Hi guys, today what I want to talk about or share is the update on the training between Olive and Lucy, or more so the break that I'm taking from that for that training and why I'm doing this. Well, basically it's so that my training becomes successful, or I get success with this training. How does this make sense? Let me explain you. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, because this is the first video you see on my channel, at the end of this video, I'm gonna put the link for the playlist regarding Lucy and Olive. So I'm taking a break for the training because I want to set myself up for success. The goal here is to have Olive and Lucy get along, right? And right now, it's not the time. And it's not going to set myself up for success or set them up for success if I continue to push it. I need to take a slight break so that we can start again and have better result. Why? Because Olive has been acting a little bit crazy lately. If you've seen some of my videos, you've heard the last few ones or the last couple of ones, you've heard me say that. And yeah, she's a little bit cray-cray. So I had to look into that because it's the first time that I really see her change her behavior like this. So Olive is a month and a, what am I saying? She's a year and a half. She's not a month and a half. She's a year and a half. She's been, so what I mean by crazy is she's been unpredictable. She gets heightened really fast, scared also, but not scared in the sense that she's scared of absolutely everything. It's just she's more nervous. She gets spooked a little bit more easily. So I have researched a little bit about change in the behavior. And one thing that came up a lot is hormonal behavior. And fair enough, Conures, their mating season is between August and October. We're in September right now. And the change in her behavior actually started in August. So this kind of makes sense. The other thing, so yeah, she would just, I'm not used to that microphone yet, so sometimes I'm hitting my microphone, I'm sorry. So she would bite me, but without any warning, really. Like she would just fly to me and then bite me. And not like a little bite, like a holding on bite, which is really out of character for her. She's a very cuddly bird. She likes to chill with me. And right now, the only way I can actually have her to kind of not go crazy is, what is going on? Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Anyways, it's kind of through training, but it's not perfect. And the relationship between Olive and Lucy isn't great. So this is why I'm doing the training both together, so that eventually they have a better relationship when they're outside of their cages in the same room. So yeah, so I've been looking into it. And I think also what might have triggered this is that I have a full-time job. Okay. And at the beginning of August, I actually went on an assignment I was working in a different city. I had to travel more for work. So I had to wake up earlier, half an hour earlier, so that I can leave half an hour earlier. And I was coming back between half an hour and 45 minutes later. So that means that I had to wake my birds up in the morning earlier because I would give them their chop in the morning. And I don't want to leave that fresh food in the cage. So I want to make sure it stays with them like 2 hours, and then I remove it before going to work. So I was waking them up half an hour earlier, and I was putting them to bed half an hour earlier. But actually, I was trying to put them to bed half an hour earlier. Because I was coming back later, it was very difficult for me to actually put them to bed earlier. So they kind of started having less time of sleep, which, if you have birds already, you probably know that can trigger hormonal behavior. Because they usually start mating when there's more daylight, right? So I think that was the first trigger. And then also, I did for a month spend less time with them. So I think that made a little bit of a difference also. So all of this together combined with being mating season for conures, I think that was a pretty good melting pot of ingredients to create this new behavior or of being unpredictable, biting out of the blue. The other thing is, yes, biting out of the blue, but I think she's also being spooked a little bit more easily. I just actually did a training session. I'm working on a new series, by the way, for you guys. So I was doing a training session, and I just dropped the chopstick that I do target with. I mean, she is used to that. We use the chopstick every day almost. So she's absolutely not scared of it, but I dropped it on the floor and she got spooked by the sound, and then she flew around like crazy. I thought that she would fly into a wall, but anyways, it was a little bit chaotic. But I digress. It's really that her behavior is a little bit different. She's not the chill bird that she was. So that, I don't think that if I was pushing through that training that I'm doing with her and Lucy, my Indian ringneck, I don't think it would go well. I don't think that we would have positive or a lot of positive training sessions. And if I pile bad experiences and bad training session on top of one of the other one, I'm just scared that I won't be able, or it's going to be really, really difficult to bring this back to revert that back, if that makes sense. So this is something, when I talk about training, that I'm going to say a lot is, try to set yourself up for success. If you are not ready, if you're not prepared, if things are all over the place, if your bird doesn't seem into it, if your bird is not food motivated, if your bird is sleepy, if your bird, whatever the case may be, if you're putting yourself in a situation where you know the training is going to be harder, don't do it. Just don't. So this is what I chose to do in order to have successful training, and that will lead to a positive outcome, which is, I'm really hoping that eventually they'll be able to get along. I have to take a break from it. So I'm pausing this. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, at the very end, the link will be up for the playlist for Lucy and Olive. Once things are getting a little bit better, especially with Olive, I'm thinking the end of the end of October, beginning of November. I'm probably going to resume that training and start posting again on that playlist. Having said that, there is something new that I will be working on. I have an idea of a new series. So this is very exciting. So stay tuned for that because it's coming really soon. I'm going to do like probably a little intro video just so that you know what this series is going to be about. And I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun because this is going to be showing you in real time what's happening. And yes, this is going to be very exciting. So I'm excited to share this with you. So right now, here or somewhere, there's a video or a link to that playlist. Go check that playlist for Olive and Lucy. And I'll see you very soon with this new series coming up involving a new prop or a new toy or something. Anyways, bye guys.